Ever wonder why some people seem to get richer no matter what, while others struggle to save even a little? It's not luck or income. It's how they manage money differently. Rich people don't just earn more. They think, spend, and invest in ways that the average person never considers. In this video, we'll break down the money habits, strategies, and mindset that separate the wealthy from everyone else, and how you can start applying them today. They make money while they sleep. Here's the brutal truth most people never realize. Your time is finite, but money isn't. The wealthy understand this at their core. While the average person trades hours for dollars, stuck in the endless cycle of work and paycheck, rich people build systems that generate income without their constant presence. They invest in assets, stocks, real estate, businesses that pay them while they're on vacation, while they're sleeping, even while they're doing absolutely nothing. It's called passive income, and it's the foundation of real wealth. Every dollar you earn from your job stops the moment you stop working. But a dollar invested wisely? That dollar keeps multiplying, creating more dollars, which create even more. The wealthy don't work for money. They put money to work for them. This shift in thinking is what separates temporary comfort from generational wealth. They don't fear risk, they manage it. Most people see risk as the enemy. They keep their money in savings accounts earning next to nothing because it feels safe. But here's what the wealthy know. The biggest risk is taking no risk at all. Inflation silently devours the value of cash sitting idle. Rich people embrace calculated risks because they understand something crucial. Risk and reward are inseparable twins. However, they don't gamble recklessly. They educate themselves, diversify their investments, and never put all their eggs in one basket. They might invest in 10 different opportunities, knowing 3 will fail, 4 will break even, and 3 will generate massive returns. That's the game. The average person avoids 1 failure and misses 9 potential wins. Wealthy individuals also have safety nets, emergency funds, insurance, and backup plans. So when they take risks, they're protected. They play offense and defense simultaneously. Fear keeps most people poor, while strategic courage makes others rich. They buy assets, not liabilities. Walk into a wealthy person's life, and you'll notice something immediately. They spend money very differently. While most people buy things that lose value the moment they own them, new cars, expensive clothes, the latest gadgets, rich people hunt for assets. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. That luxury car you financed, it's losing thousands in value every year, while costing you insurance, gas, and maintenance. That's a liability draining your wealth. But investment property that generates rental income? That's an asset building your fortune. The wealthy might drive older cars and live below their means in some ways because they're obsessed with one question: will this make me money or cost me money? They delay gratification on depreciating purchases and front-load their investments in appreciating ones. Every financial decision is filtered through this lens. Over time, their assets pile up while everyone else's liabilities multiply. That's why the gap between rich and poor keeps widening. Different money philosophies create dramatically different outcomes. They never stop learning. Here's a more detailed, expanded version of your text. The wealthy treat money like a subject they are constantly studying. They don't just earn it, they learn about it. They read books about investing, follow market trends, attend seminars, hire mentors, and absorb financial knowledge wherever they can. They understand that not knowing is far more costly than making a mistake. Ignorance itself is expensive. Most people finish formal education and stop learning, especially about money. They rely on advice from parents or older generations, whose lessons may no longer apply to today's economy, taxes, technology, or investment opportunities. Wealthy individuals, on the other hand, see financial education as a lifelong pursuit. They know the rules of money are always changing. Tax codes shift, new ways to invest emerge, and markets evolve. To stay ahead, they commit to continuous learning. They also surround themselves with smarter, more experienced people, asking questions, observing, and learning from those who've already achieved the results they want. Knowledge becomes their secret weapon. By understanding what others don't, they spot opportunities that most people completely miss. For the rich, Learning isn't about degrees, certificates, or accolades. It's about gaining the tools to build and protect wealth. They spend hours each week studying because they know that information is power, and financial intelligence is one of the most effective paths to long-term success. In essence, they turn learning into a competitive advantage. Where most people see risk or uncertainty, they see opportunity because they've educated themselves to recognize it. They think in decades, not days. Time is the wealthy person's secret weapon. While most people think about what they need this month or this year, rich people think in decades. They plant financial seeds today, knowing they won't see the full harvest for 20 or 30 years. Compound interest, the eighth wonder of the world according to Einstein, only reveals its magic when you give it time. A small investment made consistently over decades becomes life-changing wealth, but it requires patience most people don't have. We live in an instant gratification world where everyone wants to get rich quick. The wealthy know there's no such thing. Real wealth is built slowly, methodically, through consistent actions repeated over long periods. They max out retirement accounts in their 20s, buy properties they'll hold for 30 years, and invest in index funds they'll never touch. While others chase the latest get-rich-quick scheme, they're playing the long game. And here's the thing about long games: they almost always win. Time smooths out market volatility, multiplies small gains into fortunes, and turns discipline into dynasty. The rich understand this deeply. Patience isn't just a virtue, it's a strategy. They leverage other people's time and money. One person working alone has limits. Only 24 hours in a day. Only 2 hands to build with. The wealthy figured out how to break through these limits by leveraging others. They hire employees to multiply their productivity. They use bank loans and investor money to make purchases they couldn't afford alone. They buy businesses where other people's labor generates profit. This concept of leverage is fundamental to wealth building, but completely foreign to most people. Taking on debt terrifies the average person, but the rich use good debt strategically, borrowing at low interest to invest in assets that return higher rates. Hiring others seems expensive until you realize one person managing 10 employees creates more value than working alone. Real estate investors use this brilliantly. They put down 20% and the bank finances the rest. Then tenants pay the mortgage while the investor builds equity. They turn a little money into control of a massive asset using other people's funds. The wealthy don't try to do everything themselves. They master the art of delegation and multiplication, understanding that true wealth comes from systems, teams, and strategic partnerships. Money isn't just about what you earn. It's about what you do with it. If this opened your eyes to smarter ways to handle money, hit like and subscribe for more financial insights. And watch the next video to learn the actionable steps that can put you on the path to wealth.